What's up, guys? Thanks for watching. David from Unqualified Critics, and we've got some late breaking news for you on Arcade1up Leaks, specifically NBA Jam, 40th Anniversary Pac Man, and Frogger. So, these are some of the main cabinets that we heard from and that were promoted at CES. It was up in the air what the price would be, as well as the release date. And frankly, even the artwork could still be in that finalization stage. So, we have some official images posted by Gamestop with pricing, most importantly, and with release dates. Now, it is possible these were placeholders. They were also pulled down a couple hours after posting. So, this information may be subject to change, but I kind of think that this pricing is what we will see from GameStop. We know that they charge more than anyone else for these cabinets. They do sales less often, that sort of thing. Not saying that's always the case, but you're not getting your Walmart clearance stuff at GameStop. It just is what it is. So let's jump into it. The first one and the most important of these cabinets is NBA Jam. That's a 4-player cabinet. It's the first one of its kind with online play. The artwork looks awesome. It has a light up marquee, but now we know it comes with a stool. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you a picture of that stool because GameStop pulled the listing. I thought it looked cool. The cost for this entire package, $499.99, and that's of course with the riser too. And the release date, apparently, and again, it's GameStop, this could be a placeholder, 6/30/2020. That's a little later than what I think they were hoping to hit based on what we heard at CES, but we know that those dates were never finalized. What was talked about at CES, it could come sooner, could come later. So we'll see what it is. I'm honestly going to be happy if any of these cabinets come out earlier than holiday. I look at holiday as the last possible time we'll see these, or the last possible date that we will get them. And just a reminder, you guys have seen this from the CES footage, but the cabinet looks incredible. This is a really nice piece. Now, what do I think about that price point? I think for 500 bucks with the stool, I think that's a good, reasonable price. Stool is an interesting choice with the NBA Jam. It's a 4-player cabinet. You're not going to have 4 people sitting at this cab. And, you know, it might be one thing to have 2 stools and have 2-player, but I don't know how many people are going to be playing this by themselves. Maybe more than I think because of the online connectivity. But this wouldn't be high on my list to have a stool with, but I wouldn't say no to it either. I think if it came down to picking between this bundle and the $399 price point that I expect to see at other stores without the stool, honestly, I probably would go for that $399 price point. The next cabinet, this pricing was more surprising to me. The Pac Man Cabaret Cab, they're calling it the 40th anniversary. Again, comes with a stool. I think it's a pretty cool looking stool. Can't show you the picture because that was pulled, but just take my word for it, I suppose. $500 again with the custom riser and with the stool. I think that's too much for this cabinet. I doubt we're going to get name brand controls here, which would be nice. It'd be really cool to have a Sanwa stick or a Hop stick in a Pac Man cab, since that joystick is just so important to the gameplay. I'm guessing we're not going to get that. I've heard nothing about that. So if you take that at face value and you say $500, you're not getting name brand controls, and we're going to throw in a stool, that makes this, I think, a hard purchase for anybody who, especially if you're like me, and I know a lot of you have them already, the original Pac Man and Galaga cabs. It's hard to pull the trigger on a $500 purchase just to get incrementally better of a cabinet. And I have to say, I really wish they would have recessed the monitor, which is what we saw in the leaks. That would have looked cool. It would have gone with the cabaret theming. And I'm not really sure why they didn't do that. I wish somebody at CES would have asked. I think that's a better looking design. Overall, I do prefer this cabinet's aesthetic to the original Pac Man release, but of course that's subjective. Your mileage may vary. The last announcement, or quasi-announcement, was the Frogger cabinet, also at $499, and I believe with a stool. I never saw this listing. I think it got pulled before I ever could look at it, but it's talked about on this post. I think of all 3 cabinets, that one is the most overpriced. The cabinet comes with 3 games. I happen to like Frogger. I happen to like how the cabinet looks, so I probably will pick it up eventually. But based on the comments I read from the CES reactions, most people don't seem to really like this cabinet or be very interested in it. I can understand that. These are older games. I think for a $300 to $400 price point with the stool, with the lighted marquee, I could be interested. but there's just no way I pay $500 for this. Not when there are better options out there like NBA Jam and presumably like the pinball we're going to see soon. If you enjoyed this video, and thank you so much for watching, please hit like, leave us a comment, and make sure to subscribe if you've not already. If you are already subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. YouTube sometimes goes through and cleans out old accounts. There's always collateral damage, so make sure that you're signed up to get the alerts for our latest videos. Thanks again for watching, guys. We'll catch you next time.